Welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. We are here for Saturday Night is All Right, where I am going to watch AEW Collision. Justice League just ended, and I assume Collision's getting ready to start here on TNT. It is Saturday, March 16th, 5 p.m. Eastern, my time. Thank you for joining us. 8 p.m. I'm sorry, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for joining me. It's your boy ALW. For the moment, I am solo. I may be solo the whole time. I'm hoping anyone that wants to can come in and join me. Otherwise, you'll get the golden vocal cords of ALW for 2 hours again, much like you did last night for SmackDown. So here holding down the fort. Collision starting. We are at the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa, Canada for tonight's AEW Collision. Brian Danielson kicking off the show. Wearing his Be Real American Dragon AEW t shirt. He's got a match with Osprey coming up at Dynasty April 21st. Should be a hell of a match. I mean, you've got two of the greatest wrestlers, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and one of the current greatest wrestlers on the planet. So, can't imagine how they couldn't have a great match. I am very excited for it. Hopefully, it lives up to the expectations. Stomp. Excuse me. Oh, Shibata. Shibata versus Danielson. Holy smokes. Let's go. Let's get it. If you are a in-ring wrestling fan, a fan of technical wrestling, good technical wrestling, you should enjoy this match. This match should be really good. Let's go. The bell rings, and we are underway. Circling, feeling each other out a little bit. What are we going to start with? Collar elbow or a test of strength? Test of strength. Hands are all locked up. Both men are down on knees. Someone's trying to get the advantage. This should be a technical wrestling clinic. Shibata back after a terrible injury and being gone for what I think it was 6 or 7 years. Then he came back to compete again. Danielson at the end of his career in the last year of his active wrestling career, he's announced that this would be the last. It's not a calendar year. It's a year from when he announced it. I think what October or something, November. I don't know. So maybe a little earlier than that, but I think we got a few more months of Danielson. It's going to be sad when Danielson's not wrestling actively anymore, but we've had a long time to enjoy him, and this AEW run has given me a whole newfound respect for him. I mean, I liked Daniel Bryan in WWE, and obviously I was very familiar with him in Ring of Honor in his early years, but coming back or coming over to AEW, leaving WWE, and having this kind of resurgence, and definitely cementing himself as uh, the greatest of all time in my book. So oh, Kyle O'Reilly's back. He's going to be wrestling Brian Bounty Hunter Brian Keith tonight. That should be a hell of a match. Love Kyle O'Reilly. Glad to see him back. Be interested to see if he doesn't ultimately join the Undisputed Kingdom. I know he hasn't yet, and he kind of told uh, Cole and Roderick that he wants to do this on his own. He wants to be on his own, but we'll see what ends up happening. I also wonder if Kyle O'Reilly coming back doesn't bring Bobby Fish back. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. I wouldn't mind having Red Dragon back. Due to injury and other stuff, we never really got a what I would call any kind of sustained Red Dragon activity in AEW, which is something I was really looking forward to. So Danielson has Shibata's legs all wrapped up, putting them into a surfboard, I think, here ultimately. What's up, Hassan? Yep, happy 316 Stone Cold Day. And happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow in advance. Uh, if you guys are going to be living it up and drinking tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day, enjoy. Do it responsibly. Drink some green beer, but do it responsibly. And yeah, Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass. I remember that when he said that, I was watching live when he said it for the first time, and who knew at that time? I mean, I guess you kind of knew just because, like, you know certain things when they hit. It's like, oh yeah, that's gonna be. But I didn't know it was gonna be like part of our lexicon as far as wrestling goes. I mean, it's definitely one of the most famous one-liners in WWE history. That's for sure. Doing St. Patrick's Day church service online and then a parade tomorrow. Sounds like fun. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Shibata with short little right forearms. Danielson counters with the arm breaker and then slams him down. He's trying to go for the armbar. Shibata rolls him over into a ST and then up into a surfboard position. Danielson counters out into an ankle lock, but Danielson switches it up and then switches it up. Now Shibata's in a modified surfboard, STF surfboard. These guys are exchanging moves. Anything you can do, I can do better. Again, Catches Can Wrestling Clinic. Oh, Shibata counters to get out into a pin for one count. Danielson kicks out. Looking for that Kimura. Shibata's got that left arm torqued. Referee broke him up. Danielson with a shove, but a fairly clean break. Shibata shoves him back. Uh, Two men are exchanging pushes. Middle of the ring. Oh, big chop from Danielson. Shibata comes back with a big chop. We're having a little chop exchange here. So far, Shibata's getting the better of it. His chops look a little more on point. Sound a little harder. Danielson counters, grabs one, goes for the single leg, gets Shibata down. Got Shibata down now. He's got the elbow set up. Stomp the elbow. Danielson in control, has the left arm of Shibata in the middle of the ring, working that arm. Judo toss with the arm. Shibata rolls out. He's on the ring apron on the outside of the ring ropes. Danielson trying to bring him in the hard way with the suplex. Shibata counter, Shibata counter, Shibata suplexes Danielson. Oh my God! Over onto the outside onto the ground. Never even hit the ring apron or anything. Just pulled him up into the suplex position and dropped him over. And then Danielson got up and Shibata on the ring apron gave him a punt kick. Danielson is down on the outside. Shibata's on the ring apron. And we are at picture in picture. Shibata sitting Lotus style in the middle of the ring. Well, Danielson tries to get up on the outside, bring himself back into the ring. Danielson rolled back into the ring. Shibata comes over, meets him, starts stomping on him, sets him up, does the elbow stomp to him. I think it's fair in some ways to call this a bit of a dream match. If you're a Shibata fan and a Danielson fan, I mean, these are guys that you want to see wrestle at some point, and you don't know if it's ever going to happen, just to the nature of the way wrestling works sometimes, and careers and injuries, and it's got to be kind of the right time, right place, for people to have matches. And so, Shibata is a New Japan, very well known New Japan star, and so, or Japanese star, I guess, Japanese wrestler. And obviously Danielson is Danielson, so far, I mean, it's pretty much lived up to the expectations, or my expectations that I had with this match on paper. Then on the outside, Shibata is wearing Danielson out on the outside, a big boot to the face while Danielson's on the guardrail. Up, Danielson counters, sends Shibata into the guardrail, tries to follow it up. Oh, with some yes kicks on the outside. Oh, Danielson put Shibata in a chair in front of the guardrail, and then went to the other side of the outside and ran, and then did the missile drop kick to Shibata in the chair. Looked pretty brutal. We're back from picture in picture. Danielson on the top rope, missile drop kick to Shibata. Shibata is in the corner, on his butt in the corner. Danielson is in the opposite corner, getting revved up for what appears to be the psycho knee. He hit the knee in the corner, but Shibata no sells, comes out with his own psycho knee in the other corner. Oh, they're exchanging moves back and forth in the corner. Shibata in the corner now. Danielson chopping, kicking. Shibata's telling him, more, give me more. Shibata grabs him, turns him around, switches him up. Danielson in the corner. Shibata's serving him right hands and chops. Danielson all the way down to his butt in the corner. Shibata's dropped down to a knee and is giving him right elbows. Shibata all the way across the ring to the other corner. Shibata missile drop kick on Danielson, who is in the corner. Danielson's eyes are closed. Danielson looks like he is out of it at the moment. Shibata in control. Shibata dragging Danielson out of the corner, has him up. Snap suplex, float over 1, 2. Danielson kicks out at 2. Gonna have to do more than that to get the pin on the Dragon. This is a 20-minute time limit, so I wonder where we're at. I'm always interested to hear. We're at, what, 5:15? Probably about 10 minutes in. When you consider that they had entrances and so on, so about 10 minutes probably as far as the match goes. Oh, exchanging waist locks. and counters. Shibata has Danielson in an ankle lock. Danielson rolls through, counters into an ankle lock of his own. Now Shibata's up. He rolls through, counters into an ankle lock of his own. These guys are exchanging ankle locks. Danielson floats through again. Back up again. Oh, then he got a waist lock into a German suplex. Shibata up, not no selling, but up on his feet. Danielson with the rolling forearm. He misses Shibata with the Russian leg sweep and takes him down. Both men down on the mat. Shibata not able to capitalize. Both men are exhausted. This has been a good match so far. Exactly what you hoped it would be between two technical wizards. Let me go ahead and turn my camera off while I hit my little bong here. Danielson holds Shibata's head knees. Shibata counters, has him up on his shoulder. Death Valley driver. Shibata floats over for the pin. 1, 2. Danielson kicks out at 2. Happy spring, I guess technically. We've today or last weekend, sometime recently, it was in the last week or so, maybe today, the first day of spring. We had our first warm day up here in the Pacific Northwest, Vancouver, Washington. It was 68 degrees and it's highest temperature today. It's pretty warm for us at the moment. So we're getting into a warmer time of year, longer days, longer, brighter nights. And a little heat. Spring and summer get fairly warm up here. Psycho knee from Bryan Danielson. Floats over for the pin. 1, 2. Shibata kicks out at 2.5. Rolls over on his stomach. Danielson takes advantage, trying to stick in the label lock. Shibata's trying to fight it. Danielson has it in. It's cinched in now. Is Shibata going to tap? What is Shibata going to do? Shibata's not really trying to move at the moment. Now he is. Now he's making a move. He's trying to turn his hips and position himself towards the rope so he can get his lower body over there and potentially put a leg on the rope. Now Danielson has switched and grabbed the other arm, so even if he gets to the rope, he can't use his arm. But he's using his legs. He's kicking his legs. He's got 1 foot on the bottom rope. Danielson has to break the hold. But it did its job. Shibata is tired. But Shibata back up to his feet first, despite Danielson having the... Oh, actually, Danielson up to his feet first. Here we go. Yes kicks. 1, 2. Shibata's telling him to bring it. That's 3. Now Shibata up. Shibata into the lotus position, telling him to bring it, waving him on. Danielson standing. Was that a knee or was that the kick? Now he's giving him the yes kicks off the rope and a big yes kick. Oh, Shibata rolls back, rolls through, and then comes back with a pump kick. They're exchanging pump kicks in the middle of the ring. Jesus. Yep, exchanging pump kicks, one after the other. Shibata finally got the advantage. Now Shibata serving right hands. Oh, now he's got Danielson heads down, giving him those short little kicks to the head. Shibata in control for the moment. Shibata going to give Danielson the yes kicks. There's 1. There's 2. Tony Schiavone said we started with technical wrestling and now we're down to pure striking. Danielson in the lotus position, telling him that the kicks do nothing to me either. Go ahead, bring him on. He told Shibata to bring him on. Now Shibata has said They are both sitting knee to knee, lotus position, face to face. And they are going to start exchanging slaps, one after the other. Holy smokes. The sound coming from those slaps is just ominous. I do not want to get hit with one of those. No, thank you. Now they're up to their feet exchanging slaps. Oh. Danielson kicks Shibata in the back of the head. Shibata is down. Danielson in the corner. Yes, chant. Shibata up to his knees. Danielson went for the psycho knee, missed. Shibata with the not the rainmaker, but that same kind of oh. Shibata has the Inoki submission hold on Danielson in the middle of the ring. Danielson's down. His shoulders are down. Oh, his foot was on the rope. The foot was too close to the rope. Oh, Shibata missed a pump kick. Danielson rolls him up. 1-2. Shibata gets out. Danielson tries for the leg hold. Shibata turns around, sits him down. Danielson touches that flip over. Shibata over, rolls over. Oh, they're just exchanging pin attempts here at this point. Someone's trying to get the lead. Oh, Danielson got the lip out lock locked in again. Was going for it, trying for it. Shibata's fighting him. Can Shibata get out again? Oh, he counters. Danielson won. Danielson counters 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Danielson on the counter with the crucifix pin basically gets the win on Shibata. That was a wrestling clinic. That was a really good match. That was everything I wanted it to be and more. Both men left it all in the ring. We had our technical moments. We had our striking moments. This was a hard fought victory for Bryan Danielson. And a great match for Shibata. Now Danielson's pointing at Shibata. I'm assuming he's going to go shake his hand out of respect. Yep, Danielson's got his hand out in the middle of the ring. Shibata's coming over. Shibata's a little hesitant, but he shakes his hand. Two men hug. Danielson's living his best life at the moment right now, right? I mean, he's getting an opportunity to, wrestle all these dream opponents, all these guys he really wants to wrestle in this, last rodeo, last go round, whatever. Steal a term from Mickey James, last rodeo. But yeah, what a great way to open Collision here on Saturday night, March 16th. March 16th? Yeah, March 16th. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day in advance. If you're going to party and have some beer, drink some green beer, but do it responsibly. Don't drink and drive. We're getting a Mercedes Monet and Willow video package on Collision at the moment. Mercedes Monet made her debut at AEW on Dynamite Big Business last Wednesday with an in-ring promo. And then later came down and helped Willow against Sky Blue and Julia Hart. And they raised their hands together in the middle of the ring, Willow and Mercedes Monet. They do have a little bit of a history after Willow beat Mercedes Monet for the IWGP Championship, Strong Women's Championship. And they're going to have another match, I assume, at some point. But for right now, they are working together as friends against Sky Blue and Julia Hart. I wonder if Sky Blue is going to actually formally join House of Black. Seems like it makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't she? She's basically with Julia Hart all the time anyhow, and can't help but help House of Black to bolster their numbers. So we are at a full-blown commercial right now. No picture-in-picture. So, like I like to do when we're at commercial, if you're here with us for this collision watch along, I appreciate you choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network. We know you got a lot of options for your watch along, so thanks for being here. I appreciate you. If you're here, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to be notified. We do usually have content every day of the week, so as long as you have that bell set, you'll get notified when we drop content. Hit the like button on this video, it helps a lot. If you're here in the chat, let me know you're here. Let me know what you got going on this Saturday. If you're just sitting around watching Collision, or if you're just here hanging out with me, let me know. You want to talk about any of the matches going on tonight, or any of the stuff going on in Collision? Great. You want to talk about WWE? Anything else? We can talk about anything you want to talk about. I don't know how much knowledge I have about certain things, but what little bit I do, I'm happy to share with you guys. So feel free. Happy to chat with you guys. Again, this is an interactive uh, podcast, stream, whatever you want to call it. So love to hear what you guys have to say. Sorry, it's just me again, but you do get the golden vocal cords of ALW again. I am solo dolo right now. I probably end up being solo all night, but who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky and someone will pop in at some point and save all of you from listening to me drone on. Do, 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 do. If you're here hanging out, let me know in the chat how your Saturday's been, what you guys got going on, what the weather's like in your neck of the woods, where you're at. You guys enjoying the beginning of spring, or what should be the first little wisp of spring here? It did mess me up last weekend, as it always does when we have the time change. It was like 1:45, and then all of a sudden it was like 3:05. I was like, hey, wait, we lost an hour. I had to Google it. I was like, did something go wrong with my clock or with my phone or what? Nope, it was daylight savings time. All right, we are back to Collision, which is what you're here for. So, Julia Hart is coming out right now, representing the House of Black. It looks like she's all alone at the moment. Julia Hart with her TBS women's belt. Joining House of Black has definitely helped bolster her career, helped get her over. It's a perfect fit. She's played this role really well. This kind of dark heart role. I like it. Oh, it's black in the arena. Lights on now. Julia's in the ring under the spotlight. I didn't actually even do any research, so I'm not sure who she's about to face here. So under her name, it says her collision singles record is 5-0. So, oh, Trishadora of the Infantry, let's go. Let's go, Trishadora. I'm a huge Trishadora fan. So, of the Infantry, which is a faction that's making a push. Uh, they had a nice match on Dynamite this last week. They lost, but it was a good match. Oh, it sounds like the Infantry is going to take on the House of Black in one of the two wild card matches. I don't know. I guess you get a couple teams get a second chance if they lose. I'm not sure. I don't totally understand how the whole AEW tag team tournament thing is how it goes, but all the little ins and outs and nuances of the tournament. But it sounds like maybe the infantry has one more chance at it because they did take a loss on Wednesday night in a qualifying match. It was a solid match, but they did take a loss. Christadora makes a move. Julia Hart avoids it. Trishadora wants to lock up. Julia Hart with the waist lock. Trishadora counters. And Trishadora has her down. She's got her arm tweaked out. She's got the champ in the weird little position. Oh, that's odd. Interesting. So Trishadora has one arm one way and the other arm the other way of Julia Hart. Has Julia Hart basically face down on the mat, and she's on her back doing splits, holding her arms. It's kind of a cool looking little spot. Trishadora is extremely talented. She now has the champ up in another. She had her on her shoulder in a torture rack position, then she dipped her head down and put her knee up, and she was holding her head with her leg. Hassan is going for Trishadora. Yeah, that's a bold pick. I mean, I want Trishadora to win, but Julia's a champion, so we'll see. And don't forget, the house always wins. So Trish is definitely at a disadvantage in regards to some things. Two women are outside going back and forth. Oh, whatchamacallit, wow. Julia Hart just took Trishadora into the steel steps. Sorry, I had brain fade there for a minute. Probably due to the weed intake. These guys, we're about to go to picture in picture as these guys continue outside the ring. Julia Hart whipping Trishadora into the guardrail. Uh, Lakers, Bucks, Mavericks, Kings. March 26th on TNT. The NBA season is going to start winding down shortly here, going into the playoffs. The last little playoff push. After the All-Star game a few weeks ago. Julia Hart has Trishadora in the corner, serving strong strikes. And now she's got her foot in her face with a stiff boot. Julia Hart has the advantage at the moment. What is this commercial for? Oh, it's a Dodge Challenger commercial. What's it? Stupid Pet Tricks, I think is what it's called. Sarah Silverman's, new show on TBS, Stupid Pet Tricks. I'm not a big Sarah Silverman fan, but some of the stuff that the animals do with the commercials are funny. We're no longer a picture in picture. We're at a full blown commercial now. I don't know why they do that. So they give you picture in picture and then they go to a commercial right before they go back to the actual feed. It's weird. Or maybe not. We're going to get another commercial too. Chime commercial. All right. Come on, TBS. As I usually do during our commercial breaks, if you're here with us, we appreciate you choosing One Course Wrestling Network for your watch alongs. We know you got a lot of options. If you're new, hit that and not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. I think we got roughly about 150, 151, 152 subscribers. So we appreciate all of you, each and every one of you. Um, hit the like button for this video, hit the bell to be notified so that when we drop something, you will know. We do usually put out something every day of the week. Usually there's more people than just me. If you've been here, if you come here regularly, you know there's CM and Anika, Dolores and Sammy Joe. I just happen to be alone today. Everyone else has life going on. So we are back. Trish Adora with the shoulder breaker on Julia Hart as we return to action. Floats over for a pin. 1-2. Julia Hart kicks out. Trish Adora back on the offense. He's got her in full Nelson. Julia Hart backs her into the corner and fights her way out. Trish Adora trying to pump kick out of the corner, missed. Julia in the corner. Trish tried to splash her in the corner and missed again. Julia countered with a running lariat in the corner, and then a hip attack in the corner, a full body. It kind of smacked her with her hip and full body in the corner. Russian leg sweep. Now she's trying for that submission. Countered by Trish Adora for a 2 count on a quick little pin there. Trish Adora counters. Oh, went down to her knee, snap German. 1-2 in the bridge. Uh, that was a nice bridge there. Nice move. Oh, went for the running senton. Julia rolled out of the way. Crucifix pin attempt. 1-2. Out. Adora rolls back over and was able to roll through and get out at 2. Trish is holding her lower back. Julia up. Both women up to her. Trish trying to fight the champion off. The champ fighting her way back. Super kick from Julia Hart to Trish Adora. Trish is down in the corner. Julia walks over, goes up the turnbuckles. She's on the top turnbuckle with her back to Trish Adora. Moonsault onto Trish Adora. 1, 2, 3 for the 3 count. Your TBS champion, Julia Hart, gets the win over Trish Adora in a hard-fought match. Trish Adora had a really good outing. I like that. I'm glad that they gave her some time against the champion. They let her look good. They didn't just let Julia Hart stomp her out. Trish Adora is a big woman, tall, strong, tall, and not big like whatever, but tall, and bigger than Julia Hart. And looked like, in theory, like she, could potentially dominate her. Julia Hart got the good win. Another good victory on this championship run here. I think she's done well with the belt. I like her with the belt. I like it's good for her at the moment, and she's benefiting by being with the House of Black for sure. Now she is back. Now we're backstage with Saraya, or as we call her here, Skeet Skeet, brother, and the other new member of whatchamacallit, the lady's name I don't know. What the fuck are they talking about? They're talking about syrup on the. Okay. Zach wants to fight. Oh, who's coming out here? Daniel Garcia dancing his way to the ring. Well, he's not dancing yet, but he will be in a minute. Now he's gonna dance. Now he's dancing. Oh, we're getting blessed with Daddy Magic Matt Menard on commentary. I'm a huge fan of Matt Menard. I think he's one of the better talkers in wrestling. So when he's on the commentary table, I'm always happy. Here to support Daniel Garcia, his buddy, former JAS mate. Hold on for 1 second. I'm so sorry. I had a little coughing fit, so I wanted to mute myself so you guys didn't have to hear that. We got Lee Moriarty of Shane Taylor Promotions coming into the ring. Daniel Garcia versus Lee Moriarty. This should be a good match, too. Both guys are young guys that have very bright futures. I like Lee Moriarty with Shane Taylor. I like Shane Taylor Promotions. And I like Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia is floating a little bit, kind of directionless. Doesn't really have much of a storyline at the moment. I wouldn't. I mean, neither does Lee. I guess Shane Taylor Promotions does a little bit, just kind of there, whatever. Um, but being a faction, I mean, they don't really have anything going on per se, but um, so, but both these guys have bright futures, young, solid, good wrestlers. Daniel Garcia counters out of a leg lock and then dances over Lee Moriarty. Daniel chop in. Lee Moriarty whips him in. Daniel gets out of the way. Counters with a low kick. Garcia with a shotgun drop kick sends Moriarty out of the ring to the floor. Shane Taylor goes over to make sure that Lee Moriarty is okay. Daniel Garcia is coming out of the ring to come get Lee. Shane Taylor's right there. Shane backs up, puts his hands up, not going to get involved. Doesn't want to cost Lee the match. Oh, but now Shane's involved. Shane Taylor's in the face of Daniel Garcia, and of course, Lee Moriarty used it to his advantage. And while Daniel Garcia was looking at Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty hit Daniel Garcia with the flying tope suicida, or with a tope suicida through the middle rope, taking him out against the guardrail. Lee Moriarty is in control, sending Daniel Garcia back into the ring. Lee Moriarty with the drop kick, goes flips over his pin, 1-2. Daniel kicks out. Hold on for 1 sec. Forgive me, please. I'm dying here. I keep coughing. Lee Moriarty's doing the Daniel Garcia dance, trying to clown him, trying to punk him a little bit. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Belly to belly suplex from Lee Moriarty. He's got the double wrist lock going for. Oh, he's got the fingers tweaked out. Tweaking those finger joints, trying to bend him. He's got that arm down into almost a hammerlock position. Maybe trying to go for a Kimura here. Or hoverlock, as Kushida calls it. Nope, Daniel Garcia fighting his way out up to his knees. Daniel Garcia with some right hands fighting his way out. Lee Moriarty misses with a couple jabs. Daniel Garcia hits him with a couple jabs. Now Daniel Garcia, right, left, right, left, right, left. Moriarty in the corner. Daniel Garcia stomping a mud hole. And then standing on the head and the shoulder and neck of Lee Moriarty in the corner there. Lee out, tries to go for a kick. Daniel catches him, spins him around. Shot block into the back of the knee. Daniel Garcia rolls him over. He's in charge. Oh, dragon screw, leg whip. Oh, he's working on that leg. He is working on the leg of Lee Moriarty. Lee's trying to fight back. Daniel Garcia, belly to back suplex. Rolls a 1-2. Lee Moriarty kicks out at 2 3/4. That's pretty close to 3. Daniel Garcia stalking Lee Moriarty, trying to figure out what his next move's going to be. He's got Lee's legs. Looks like he's trying to do something. Oh, Lee rolls him over, spins him through 1, 2. Lee spun him into, countered into a pin. Daniel kicked out. Lee with the step up in Seguri. Daniel's in the corner. Lee was going to try to go into the corner and do something, but his knee gave out, so he couldn't run. Daniel came out to try to give him a pile driver. Lee counter with the back body drop. That was it. Okay, there was a counter. Then Lee hit him with the stomp. Tried to go for a suplex. Garcia counters. Garcia now has a single leg hook. Or has a leg hook, and Lee Moriarty has to tap out to Daniel Garcia and the leg hook. All right. Daniel Garcia with the win by submission in a solid match. I don't know why I say little. In a solid match. So far, 2 good matches tonight on Collision. Matt Menard leaves the announce table and goes down to the ring to celebrate with his boy, Daniel Garcia. Oh, we're going to hear from Adam Copeland tonight, and the infantry goes. The infantry has a match tonight, and Pack is in action tonight. So, still got a lot to come. We're about, 45 minutes through the 2-hour program. 2 solid matches so far. Danielson and Shibata opened the show, killed it. Wrestling Clinic. I wasn't 5-star. I don't know. I don't really rate matches like that. I mean, if I had to, but I wouldn't call it. It wasn't 5-star. It was a solid 4, maybe 4.5. Really, really, really good. Everything I wanted from the 2 of them. On a Saturday night on Collision. Obviously, at a pay-per-view with something, whatever could have given us a little bit more, but it didn't feel like they really left anything in the tank. So I got everything I wanted from it. In some regards, it's a bit of a dream match. Danielson on his way out. Shibata, the lucky to be back at all. Pretty quite a miracle story that Shibata's back at all. So just that we even get Shibata Danielson ever is amazing. So I enjoyed that. And then we just had, I'm sorry, we've had 3 matches because we had Julia Hart get a win earlier. And I think we're going to get Brian Keith also tonight. So it's been a solid collision so far. I want to call it Dynamite. Collision so far. We are at commercial for HIMS for erectile dysfunction treatment. As I usually say, and I'm sure you get tired of hearing me if you actually hang out and come enough, we appreciate you choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network for your watch-alongs. We know you got a lot of options. So if you're joining us here tonight, we appreciate it. Sorry I'm solo and you have to listen to me and drone on in your ear. It is what it is. But I am here and I appreciate you being here. Please chime in the chat. Love to hear what you have to say. Hit the like button on this video. Hit the bell to be notified. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And yeah, we do put out something usually every day of the week. covering almost every type of wrestling or every wrestling promotion out there. So um, if somebody's wrestling somewhere, we've got coverage of it usually. So we might not have coverage of your little individual hometown wrestling, but uh, we even cover a lot of the indie stuff. So I mean, the bigger name indie stuff, but a lot of the indie stuff. So definitely WWE, AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor. Um, we covered New Japan. We covered GCW, Wrestling Revolver, Santino Brothers Wrestling. So you watch it. We've got some sort of coverage on it. Workhorse Wrestling Network. We are coming back. We are back. We are back. We're getting a recap of what happened to Darby on Dynamite in his match against Jay White. Darby was still damaged, took severe damage at Revolution in Sting's last match. And then the Bullet Club Gold started to take out Sting, and the Acclaim came out, or Sting started to take out Darby Allin, and the Acclaim came out and didn't like it, and as a result, it ultimately ended up in the breakup of the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, and it ended up in Darby Allin's leg getting put in a chair and then hit with a bat. So, and apparently, his foot is actually fractured. So, they're showing a picture of the fracture, Darby Allin's foot fracture, right now. I don't know if it's a work or not. I mean, I'm looking at an X-ray, but it could be anybody's X-ray from any time ever. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's Darby Allin's foot and that it's from that particular, whatever. But uh, that's the story. So, plus he was getting ready to leave to go climb Mount Everest. So, Pac is back and out at the top of the ring ramp, making his way down the ramp into the ring. We are going to get Pac in action. I have no idea who he's going to wrestle as of now. He's facing Aaron Solo, formerly of the Factory and QTV. Aaron Solo spent a lot of time with QT Marshall, who surprisingly I haven't seen in a while. It's weird. I mean, you don't really think about it a lot, but I haven't seen QT in a while now. No Factory, no QT TV for a little while. So, oh, Pac Solo over the top rope onto a Pac on the outside. Aaron Solo's taking it to Pac at the moment. I think it's a bit of a surprise, but Aaron Solo's moving at 100 miles an hour here. One, Pac kicks out at a 1 count. Solo trying to take advantage and trying to put Pac down, make a little name for himself. I mean, Aaron Solo, beating Pac would definitely be an upset at this point. So, but Pac's been gone for a while, has some ring rust potentially, and Aaron Solo trying to catch him. But Pac is in control now. Aaron Solo is in the corner on the bottom turnbuckle with Pac with his foot in his chest, wearing him out. Pac is in tremendous shape. He's always had a phenomenal physique. Stays in shape. Pac is stalking Aaron Solo's in the middle of the ring. Pac is toying with him at the moment. I'm not sure. The crowd's chanting something. I can't. I'm trying to make out what the crowd is chanting, but I can't. My hearing is not great, and when it's a loud chant like that, and when it's a chant like that, and it often gets drowned out, I often can't decipher what the chants are saying. Too many voices at once saying the same thing. It's too hard to do. Pack stacking him or stalking him. Pack is up, going up to the top rope here. Solo is on two knees in the middle of the ring. Solo is up. Pack is up. Missile drop kick. And then a kip up. Aaron Solo's in big trouble. Pack looking good as normal. The bastard is back. Setting up Solo for the running back elbow. Pushes him out of the corner. Solo's on his back. Way too close to the corner. Pack is going to go up to the top rope for the 450. Or maybe it's the Falcon Arrow. Let's see what he does here. There it is. Oh, he hit it and then rolled him over. He wants a submission win. He's got him in the kind of inverted label lock. And Aaron Solo is unconscious and out, and the ref calls it. Pack is not releasing the hold. Finally, he let go. That was definitely a pack showcase. Aaron Solo got very little offense. I think he might have had one or two moves in the very beginning of the match. Tried to come out like a house of fire and get the quick little win. Now Pack has the mic. He's going to go over and talk some shit to Aaron Solo. Clown him a little bit. He's saying, Tony, Tony, Tony. I told you the bastard is back. And I'm looking for trouble. He's talking about Aaron Solo. He's saying this is not what he had in mind. He addressed Tony Khan directly. I'm looking for trouble. He said, give it to me or I will find it myself. We know he wants Okada. Pac with a very decisive win over Aaron Solo. We're halfway through tonight's Collision episode. It's been strong so far. We are now backstage with Bryan Danielson, who had a victory earlier tonight over Shibata. He is sitting in the Lotus position. Talking about gratitude, being thankful. He says he's thankful that he's able to wrestle Shibata tonight. Both of them were told they would never wrestle again, and yet here they are in Canada. Danielson looking a little emotional. Talking about his match with Will Ospreay coming up at Dynasty on April 21st. Danielson talking about how Will Ospreay talked about how he emulated Danielson, watched him growing up through his career, wanted to be like him. He says Will Ospreay will not Can't walk in his shoes because he's been at death's door. He was told he was never going to wrestle again. Will Ospreay hasn't had to endure that yet, or hasn't had to endure that. I don't want to say yet because we hope Will Ospreay never has to endure that. But Danielson says he doesn't think Ospreay's ready for what he's willing to do. All right, coming to the ring, kicking off the top of the second hour of Collision is your boy from the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli. The Swiss man. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Let's go, Claudio. AEW record 50, 18, and 2. I thought Tony Khan said at the beginning of the year that the rankings were going to start, that the records were going to start having an impact again, and they were to start meaning something, whatever. And it doesn't feel like that's happened. So I thought I'd heard that somewhere, and it didn't seem like that happened. Claudio in the middle of the ring, waiting for his opponent. Claudio's opponent is the Murder Hawk monster, Lance Archer. Holy smokes. As Jar would say, business is about to pick up. Jeez Louise. These are two big men. This should be a hell of a match here. Oh, come on. I was about to say my feed is starting to act up a little bit. No! Oh, my bootleg feed just screwed me over. Snapped back to reality. No, it went back to Trisha Dora and fucking Julia Hart. Sorry, excuse my foul language. Bear with me for a minute while I get hopefully the show back on here. Hopefully we'll get a collision. Okay, that's not the right thing because that's USA. Why is that even on there? Oh, gotta wait for the thing. Sorry, I'm on the West Coast here, so I don't get collision until 8 o'clock my time. So the only way I can see it right now for the watch along is to find a bootleg version somewhere. So that's what I'm working on doing, and it was working great until about 2 minutes ago. And then it decided to shoot me back to Julia Hart versus what should we call it? Now I'm drawing a blank on who she was wrestling, but bear with me. I know this is terrible uh, at the moment, but hopefully this will start to play. Come on. Okay, well, right now I am struggling to find a way to watch Collision. So, um, I apologize. Can't tell you what's going on right now. Hopefully, I will resolve these technical difficulties here quickly. In the meantime, Hassan says he's going for Lance Archer. Why is that? Okay. So that feed kicked in, but it was UFC, not Collision. I don't want that. I want Collision. I'm not sure I understand. Let's see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Fingers crossed. This one will work. Nope. That's UFC as well. Oh, well, this is terrible podcasting. I'm sorry, everyone out there listening or watching here or joining me here. Apologize. I've lost my feed. I'm busy trying to get it back right now. Doesn't seem to be cooperating very well. Oh, here we go. It appears to be back. I do have it back. We are at picture in picture. Claudio and Lance Archer are on the outside. Lance Archer sending Claudio into the guardrail. I'm a little frustrated with my feed, or my whatever wigged out because I'm anxious to see this match and I missed the first part of it. So sorry, but for all of you that are here with me, thanks for hanging in there. Well, I had some technical difficulties. It does appear that I have a feedback now. So got a little under an hour left to go in this Saturday night collision, live collision. Lance Archer bouncing Claudio off the steel steps. Claudio trying to fight back. Lance Archer is a big man. Pound for pound, Claudio may be the strongest guy in AEW, but Lance Archer's a big man. This is big, meaty men going at it. Archer with the big body slam on Claudio. Not many people can manhandle Claudio the way Lance Archer can. Serving cross faces right, left. Claudio is in trouble at the moment. Lance Archer. Now Lance Archer's taunting him, doing the Claudio's to taunt him. Take a little bong hit here. Y'all are here hanging out. Y'all enjoy or partake. Feel free to smoke while you watch the show with me. I can't really smoke on camera. Apparently, I can talk about it, but I can't really smoke on camera. So, not if we want to be monetized at some point. We are back to Collision. We are in Ottawa at the Canadian Tire Center. It is Murder Hawk Monster Lance Archer versus Claudio Castagnoli. Lance Archer with a big slam. 1, 2. Claudio kicks out at a 2 count. Lance Archer apparently weighs 273 pounds per the announcers. Claudio, pound for pound, maybe the strongest guy in WWE or in wrestling, other than Microman. You don't know who Microman is? Google it, check him out. He's a MLW wrestler who is about 2 feet tall and is amazing. Oh, Lance Archer went for the DDT. Claudio countered and got Lance Archer up in a big suplex. Lance Archer's in the corner hurting. Claudio with the big running European uppercut. Oh, Lance Archer counters with a huge clothesline. And Claudio is down. These two are hitting each other hard. That was a big clothesline. Archer with big blows to the back of Claudio, trying to soften Claudio up. Lance Archer on the middle rope in the corner. Now he's up on the top. Archer walking the top rope, holding Claudio. Oh, Claudio yanked him down off the top rope into the flying European uppercut. 1, 2. Claudio with the pin. Whatchamacallit kicks out. Lance Archer kicks out. Claudio had his leg, looked like he was getting ready to go for the spin, or the swing. I'm sorry, the giant swing, but instead he went for the stomp to the midsection. They're both outside. Claudio chases him down, hits him with a big European uppercut outside the ring, pushes him back in the ring. Claudio making his way back into the ring. Claudio going up to the top rope, but Lance Archer counters with a huge knee to Claudio. And then Lance Archer looking for the choke slam, giving a sign like it's time for the choke slam, gets him up, puts him down. On top of the pin, 1, 2. Claudio kicks out at just barely before the 3 count. That was about as close as you can get. But Claudio is not done yet. He's continuing to try to fight. Claudio back up to his feet. Lance Archer's got Claudio in the corner, lifts Claudio up onto the top rope. Lance Archer's got him up in the blackout, kind of that razor's edge almost. Razor's edge, Alabama slam type thing. Claudio counters, Death Valley driver from Claudio to Lance Archer. Archer kind of rolls through on his knees. Claudio's in the middle of the ring trying to summon the power. Second win, huge European uppercut in the corner. Now he's just serving European uppercuts. 1, 2, 3. Wearing Lance Archer out with European uppercuts. Claudio has Lance Archer up. Big bulldog out of the corner. Claudio with the pin. 1, 2. Lance Archer kicks out at 2.5. The crowd wants something. I think they want the giant swing, but Claudio's looking for the package pile driver there. Oh, springboard European uppercut from Claudio. 2 count. Lance Archer kicks out. Claudio posing in the middle of the ring. The crowd wants the giant swing. Claudio gives the sign. He's got him up. And here we go. Giant swing. Oh, wait a second. The Righteous has come down and is attacking Claudio. Dutch and Vincent are now attacking Claudio. So we've got the Righteous and Lance Archer in the ring. Claudio is down. Where's the BCC? Here comes Jon Moxley. Oh, Bryan Danielson's out. Danielson's out, but it's still Danielson's doing his best here, but it's basically 3-on-1 because Claudio's still down. So now Danielson's down, Claudio's down, the Righteous is standing tall. Apparently Moxley's not here tonight, but here comes Shibata with a chair to drive the Righteous and Lance Archer out of the ring. Apparently Jon Moxley's not here tonight. And we haven't seen Wheeler Yuta in a while. Where is Wheeler Yuta? Come to think of it, where is Wheeler Yuta? I haven't seen Wheeler in a little while. So, interesting. But Shibata is out to help Danielson after they had their match earlier in the night. and had their little show of respect where they shook hands. So we got Claudio, Danielson, and Shibata in the ring right now, looking at the righteous. Dutch and Vincent teaming up with Lance Archer there. Shibata shaking hands with Danielson and Claudio. About 45 minutes left in tonight's show. Got a lot more to go. Backstage, we got Ruby Soho with Angelo Parker, our AEW soap opera story, our love story here. It's time for a bong hit while Angelo Parker's talking about how he's from Canada and how they're right down the road from where he grew up. Angelo wants a match with Soraya's brother. Rudy's telling him not to buy into it. They're trying to suck Angelo Parker in. We're going to hear from Adam Copeland still to come tonight. We're going to get the infantry in action still to come tonight. And Brian Keith, the bounty hunter, in action tonight. We are at commercial. Sarah Silverman, stupid pet pricks. Stupid pet pricks. Commercial. As I usually do when we go to commercial. If you're here with me tonight, if you're here with your boy ALW for this collision, AEW collision watch along, I appreciate you joining us. I know you got a lot of options for your watch along, so thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network. If you're new and not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button for this video. Hit the bell to be notified. This year has been a little off and on, hit or miss. We have missed a fair amount of shows, but shortly here we will get our feet back underneath us and we'll be back at 100% back on regular schedule. When we are, we do drop content every day of the week, covering almost every promotion that there is out there, from the indies to the main ones. So, and then we have some other stuff. We have retro watch-alongs where we watch old matches. So check those out. There's a couple of those on the channel. Lots of good stuff. We are still at commercial. Commercial. Ooh, I'm gonna take another little bong hit. Almost knocked it over. Almost spilled bong water everywhere. That would have been gross. Roman, stop. My cat is trying to bite my arm because he wants attention. Stop. It's always when I'm doing this that the cat wants attention. When I'm not doing this, when I have time to give him attention or when I want to give him attention, he doesn't want nothing to do with me. Isn't that the way it always works? All right, we're still at commercial. It has been a solid collision. We're about 3/4 of the way through, coming up on about a half hour left. We're at what, 6:20 so far? So we had Shibata Danielson kick off the show, which was really good. That was a clinic in mat wrestling. So if you like that kind of match, check that out. Go back and watch that if you missed it. Highly recommend it. Very good match. Had some other solid matches. Oh, We're about to get Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly is back, and he is facing bounty hunter Brian Keith. His hair is very long at the moment. It's all grown out and long and in his face. I'm happy to see Kyle O'Reilly back. He's been gone for a while. I'm always surprised when they tell me how long people have been because it never feels like it's been like that long. But I thought I heard somebody say it's been 2 years. Doesn't seem like. Yeah, they just said 2 years again with a neck injury. It didn't seem like it's been 2 years, but wow. I guess time flies when you're having fun. Holy smokes. I didn't realize Kyle O'Reilly's been gone 2 years, but he's back. Looks like he's in really good condition. Looking good. He apparently has type 1 diabetes. That, and he's getting ready to wrestle up and coming bounty hunter Brian Keith, who I'm a huge fan of. He topped off the, I believe it's Righteous Reg's top 500 black wrestlers. He was, I believe, number one on that list this year, or last year for 2023, or maybe it came out early this year. I think it might have came out early this year. But so out in his normal hat and poncho. And yep, Tony Schiavone just said it. He looks like he walked out of a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western, which he totally does. I like this guy. Very solid wrestler. Great on the microphone. Good in-ring worker. His moves are solid and crisp. Everything looks like it hurts. He sells well. Got a bright future in AEW, or got a bright future in general. He's made a name for himself in the independent scene, and now he's here getting an opportunity in AEW on the main roster, on the main shows. Kyle O'Reilly is back. I wonder if they bring Bobby Fish back at some point now that Kyle O'Reilly's back. Give me Red Dragon. O'Reilly is back. Doo, 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 doo. All right. Collar elbow lockup. Brian Keith has the advantage strength wise. Got him in a headlock. O'Reilly's down to one knee. Trying to find his way out. Brian Keith has that headlock on tight. Kyle O'Reilly's a phenomenal technical wrestler. One of the best in the world when he's going right. Hold on for just one sec. I apologize. I had to cough. Didn't want to cough in everybody's ear. A little bit of coughing fit. Brian Keith in charge. Kyle O'Reilly fighting out. Up into an armbar. Brian Keith trying to fight over. Stacks him up one. O'Reilly kicks out at one. Big shoulder block from Brian Keith. O'Reilly's down. O'Reilly rolls out of the ring. Kind of gather himself, catches breath. Brian Keith is alone in the middle of the ring. The ref starts to count slowly. O'Reilly making his way back into the ring. All right. Test his strength. Lock up. Oh, Brian Keith breaks it and chops Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly with the right hand, right forearm. Brian Keith with the right forearm. These guys are exchanging right forearms and chops. Oh my God, the sound of that chop from Brian Keith was brutal. Brian Keith taking advantage, got a couple shots. Kyle O'Reilly went for the leapfrog. Brian Keith stopped and caught him in the midsection with a big thrust kick. O'Reilly with the knee into the midsection. Brian Keith. Kyle O'Reilly faked the knee, stopped, and then slapped Brian Keith. Exchanging moves. O'Reilly. Oh, Bounty Hunter has Kyle O'Reilly in the abdominal stretch. Brian Keith. Kyle O'Reilly counters. Oh, and then Brian Keith counters with a reverse kick to the head of fucking Kyle O'Reilly right under the jaw. O'Reilly has a standing armbar. Oh, into a DDT by Brian Keith. Brian Keith rolls over, tries to get the pin. 1, 2. Kyle O'Reilly kicks out at 2. O'Reilly kicks out at 2. And we are going to picture in picture and another commercial. Jeez Louise, so many commercial segments. Holy smokes. Wasn't for picture in picture, it'd be way brutal. It's always the same commercials. Wait for a commercial, wait for a commercial, wait for a commercial. When I wayfare, I wayfare. So stupid. Kyle O'Reilly's on the outside on the floor. Brian Keith is coming out after him. Brian Keith stalking him. Huge chop to Kyle O'Reilly. Huge kick from Brian Keith. Brian Keith makes his way into the ring to break the count, but then back outside. Two men are battling on the floor outside. O'Reilly with some kicks. Brian Keith with a kick. Brian Keith's having a really good showing here against a veteran, solid wrestler in Kyle O'Reilly. When I saw this was on the match card, I was very excited. Happy to see Kyle O'Reilly back after so long. Love to see Brian Keith on my TV. These two men have had good chemistry so far. It's been a solid match. Working well together. Good first match back for Kyle O'Reilly. A guy who's kind of on the rise, being pushed. He's worked his way up. He was on Ring of Honor for a little while, and now he's worked his way up. He's on Collision, and you know, making a name for himself here in AEW. Brian Keith. And we are back to commercial, full blown commercial. Oh, you know what I can do? Instead of giving you guys the normal, where is it? The Wrestling Club. We're still a couple weeks away from WrestleMania. Uh, please donate to the Wrestling Club. This is a group of kids that are going to WrestleMania for the first time. They raised money for tickets to WrestleMania, for housing, for hotel rooms. I was going to say rooms, for rooms and transportation. But everything costs money, so they're still raising as much money as they can to make it the best trip possible. This is a once in a lifetime trip, an opportunity for most of these kids. Like I've said before on here, I'm 47 and never been to a WrestleMania, and I've been a fan since the first WrestleMania. So this is definitely a once in a lifetime thing for these kids. So please, please, please help out. the wrestling club. So the information's here on the screen. We appreciate you helping them out. It's for the kids. It's always good when it's for the kids. Oh, Brian Keith maybe got a low blow from Kyle O'Reilly. The ref checking. Obviously, there's no like timeouts in wrestling, so O'Reilly back over, taking advantage as he should with a big combination punch, punch, kick, then a Russian leg sweep. And Brian Keith is down. Kyle O'Reilly's fired up. Kyle O'Reilly has that "I'm going to kill you" face. Big running forearm. Oh, knee bar. Brian Keith rolled all the way over to the ropes. Brian Keith with Kyle O'Reilly up on his shoulders. O'Reilly counters out, switches it over, guillotine choke on Brian Keith. Kyle O'Reilly into the triangle in the middle of the ring. Brian Keith might be in trouble. Triangle choke. Kyle O'Reilly squeezing hard. Oh, Kyle gave it up. He went for the punt kick. Brian Keith looked like he moved out of the way. That looked weird. Either he moved out of the way or, yeah, Brian Keith is up. Kyle O'Reilly was going up to the top rope. Brian Keith got to his feet. Got Kyle O'Reilly in the corner with a big blow. O'Reilly's now down on the mat. Brian Keith is up and the one in charge. The moment Brian Keith goes over, stalks him, gets him in the. Looked like he was going maybe for a pedigree. Kyle O'Reilly countered. Brian Keith hit him with the knee. And O'Reilly looks like he might be unconscious. Brian Keith throws him over 1, 2. Oh, just so close. So close. 2 or 3 count. For Brian Keith. Brian Keith double underhook into a power bomb. 1, 2. Kyle O'Reilly kicks out again. Just before the 3 count. That ref's hand is so close to the mat. He can barely put a paper between it. But Kyle O'Reilly gets that shoulder up somehow. Brian Keith is in charge at the moment. Oh, O'Reilly countering out. O'Reilly with the arm drag on Brian Keith. Brian Keith was on the top rope. Kyle O'Reilly coming around here. Combination, kick, punch. Brian Keith counters with the big kick to the back of the neck of Kyle O'Reilly. These two are going back and forth and back and forth. This has been a hell of a match. This collision has had some really good matches tonight. I'm very impressed. Kicks and punches exchange. Kyle O'Reilly with a huge clothesline. Take advantage. Kyle O'Reilly comes over. Brainbuster floats over for the 1, 2. Brian Keith kicks out at 2. Up into the armbar. Kyle O'Reilly reverses into the armbar, and Brian Keith has no choice but to tap out. Brian Keith tapped out pretty quickly there, but the armbar was sunk in pretty deep. Kyle O'Reilly gets the win by submission in his first match back after 2 years of being gone. So, huge emotional victory for Kyle O'Reilly. He's getting hugged by somebody. Oh, he's getting hugged by the Undisputed Kingdom. They are here. They've got him up on their shoulders. Bennett and Taven have him on their shoulders. All right. Once again to Lexi Nair. Thunder Rosa, Deonna Purrazzo backstage with Lexi Nair. These two have a little run-in on Dynamite with Toni Storm and Mariah May. So Deanna's telling Thunder, we fought each other, we bled together, as Moxley would like to say. So I trust you. And it's going to be us two against Mariah May and Toni Storm. You got my back, girl? Thunder Rosa says, you ladies want problems? I'm happy to bring it to you. Thunder Rosa, Deonna Purrazzo. Stopping all the games. It sounds like next. It looks like next we're going to hear from Adam Copeland after these two finish talking. And after another commercial break. We are at commercial. Lexus Performance Line. So, taking this opportunity to take a little bong and smoke a little bit on my end here. Camera off so we don't get in trouble. Say nice and high for collision. It's been a very solid collision. We had Brian Danielson and Strabata open the show. Danielson got the win over Shibata in a very good match. If you like catch as can wrestling, if you are a mat wrestling fan, a technical wrestling fan, watch this match. These two put on a technical wrestling clinic. So uh, great to see both Shibata and Danielson in the ring. You know, we thought neither of them would ever wrestle again, and they're both back. So to have them being able to wrestle against each other is amazing. In many respects, it's definitely a dream match for wrestling fans. So go back and watch that. Julia Hart had a very nice win tonight. Pac came back with a victory, basically a showcase for him. What else have we had? Daniel Garcia had a good match. And we're getting ready to hear from Adam Copeland. So, been a very solid, exciting collision so far. From Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa, Canada. The Canadian crowd has been good. Lots of energy, lots of chants. We just got done watching Bounty Hunter Brian Keith versus Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly's first match back after being gone for apparently almost 2 years or 2 years with the neck injury. So glad to see him back. Glad to see him wrestling again. Solid match. Brian Keith looked good, even though he took the L. Huge Brian Keith fan. As I mentioned during their match, it appears we are back. We are back for a wildcard match for the AEW World Tag Team Tournament. Is I guess what we're getting next. Not Adam Copeland talking, so I guess we'll find out. Oh, this is going to be House of Black. This is House of Black. It's, I believe it's, is it gonna be we got Brody King, and it looks like it's Buddy Matthews and Brody King representing the House of Black, being accompanied to the ring by Julia Hart. Hold on, just one sec. So it's House of Black versus the Infantry, which should be very good. I'm excited for that. Well, my TV is currently wigging out. It keeps going back and forth between, or the feed that I'm on here, he's going back and forth between the actual in-ring feed on full camera and then picture-in-picture. It's weird. But right now, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, Julia Hart in the middle of the ring. Julia Hart with her title. Here comes the Infantry. Carly Bravo and Captain Sean Dean. Sean Dean. We had Julia Hart versus Trish Adora earlier. Trish Adora is the female member of the Infantry. Julia Hart got a solid win in a very good match. Julia Hart's had a decent reign as TBS champion. I like her reign a little bit better than I like Chris Statlander's reign right after she won it from Jade. Obviously, in my opinion, obviously Jade's had the best run to date still. But House of Black is not giving the Infantry a chance to come into the ring and salute and do their thing. The bell is not rung, and the House of Black is taking control. They have the Infantry outside the ring on the floor, and they're throwing these guys into the guardrails, and they are wearing out the Infantry before the bell is even rung. So the House of Black is taking advantage while the Infantry wasn't looking to get the upper hand. It looks like it's time to repack. Let's see here. Where's my little bag? There's my little bag. I got triple X OG Kush, along with a little bit of what's it called? I believe it's birthday cake wax to go on the flour. Oh, excuse me. Sheesh. Buddy Murphy and the Brody King are standing in their corner like, are you going to start the match? Where are these guys at? We're waiting on the Infantry. We're just waiting on you guys. Like, even though they took advantage of them before the match rang, before the bell rang and took them out. Now the bell is officially rung, and Brody King and Buddy Matthews are taking control. They are in firm control here. Cover. I'm so sorry for having to keep coughing and muting myself, but I figure you guys don't want to hear me cough, so rather mute myself than cough. The House of Black is wearing out the Infantry at the moment. They almost had a 3 count, but Sean Dean kicked out. Carly Bravo is all alone in the ring right now with Brody King getting chopped. We've gone to picture in picture. Don't know. It's just, we're what, 6:45? There's about 15 minutes left. I suppose this could be. Oh, of course, dumb me, the main event's going to be Adam Copeland talking. So we'll get this match, and then we'll get Adam Copeland giving his in-ring promo, which will of course result in Christian and the Patriarchy coming out, I'm sure. So that will be our main event segment of tonight's Collision. Right now we have, as you can see below on the screen here, Infantry versus House of Black, Carly Bravo and Captain Sean Dean versus Buddy Matthews and Brody King. Brody King and Buddy Matthews took advantage and blindside attacked the Infantry before the match started. And since then, they've been basically in control. The Infantry has been in trouble since then. As the House of Black is so fond of saying, the house always wins. Right now, the house is taking it to I believe that's Carly Bravo. No, unfortunately not. You're stuck with just me, unfortunately. Ruby Anika had to work, and she is pregnant and is tired and sleeping. So it's already late. She's on the East Coast, so it's 9:45 already on her end. So I'm sure she's probably in bed trying to get some rest. It's only 6:45 on my end over here, so it's still early on the West Coast over here. So you get your boy ALW. I was hoping Sammy Joe was going to join me, but he's MIA. So you just get me. The golden vocal cords and the beautiful face of ALW. Right now, we are watching, as it says on the bottom of the screen, the Infantry versus House of Black, and what'll probably be our last match of the night because Adam Copeland's promo will have the main event segment. We've been waiting. Well, I've been waiting all night for that, but they've been announcing it all night. So we are here at the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa, Canada, live for Collision and a tag team title tournament match. The winner, I believe, gets a spot and or advances on, obviously. Uh-oh. Well, the captain botched. He tried to do something off the top rope and missed and had a little botch there, but he followed it up real quick, made it look like, it was whatever, and still kept the upper hand. But now, Big Brody King, Buddy Matthews, push him into the corner. Sean Dean trying to fight his way out. Tag to Brody King. We're about to get some House of Black double team action. Oh, Sean Dean trying to fight his way out. Where is Carly Bravo? Carly Bravo is not on the ring apron. Sean Dean with dual splashes into the corner, but Brody gets out of the way. Huge clothesline from Brody King. Sean Dean is down on his back in the middle of the ring. The house always wins. You said it before. Carly Bravo is back in the ring trying to help his boy Sean Dean, but House of Black is toying with them. We're going to get a double team move against Carly Bravo. Dante's Inferno, and this is got to be over. Brody King lays on Carly Bravo. Oh! Oh, that was on Sean Dean. I'm sorry. Carly Bravo gets the save out of nowhere to, I don't know even why, to prolong this match. This has been a beatdown from the House of Black, from the Infantry. I mean, I know it's a tag team qualifying or tag team tournament match, so you don't want to lose, but man, you've taken a beating and now you're trying to continue to woo. So they're sending Sean Dean out, but he continued to stay. Oh, I'm sorry, Carly Bravo. I keep getting the two of them confused. Oh no. Brody King with a Death Valley driver to Carly Bravo onto the announce table. Now the House of Black's got Carly there clearing off the announce table. They're going to do something to Carly Bravo here on the outside. Brody King is standing up on the announce table. Buddy Matthews is serving him. Carly Bravo, pile driver. Oh, the announce table didn't collapse. Now Buddy Matthews is going back into the ring, taking it on Sean Dean, the stomp on Sean Dean. And 1, 2. Oh, Buddy Matthews pulled up Sean Dean instead of letting the 3 count happen. Pulled his head up. Now Julia Hart whispering in the ear of Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews with a smile on his face. Buddy's going up to the top rope. Top turnbuckle. Who is that? Whoa, Mark Briscoe with a chair. Just bashed Buddy Matthews, who fell off the top turnbuckle. Now Brody King chasing Mark Briscoe, leaving Buddy Matthews, chasing Mark Briscoe into the crowd. Buddy Matthews is all alone. Oh my God! Sean Dean rolled over, put his hand on Buddy Matthews, and got the pin. The infantry advances thanks to Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe has got a war coming with the House of Black. He just cost them a spot in the tag team tournament for those tag teams for these vacant AEW tag team title belts. The infantry, Carly Bravo and Sean Dean advance just by the luck. Thank you, Mark Briscoe, for helping the infantry advance. Now Malachi's coming down to the ring apron. If Buddy Matthews had not fucked around and had just pinned Carly Bravo, it would have been over. But nope, he had to pull his head up to try to fuck with him some more. Gave Mark Briscoe time to come down with a chair, level the playing field a little bit, and cost the House of Black a victory. Tonight, the House did not win. Mark Briscoe's about halfway up the stadium stairs, looking down at them. So now we're going to get the infantry versus FTR next. The infantry has advanced. We're going to get Private Party versus the Young Bucks. We got Ricky Starks and Big Bill versus Top Flight. Now we're getting Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland video package from Revolution. Christian is in his bag as a patriarch. This might be the best. I mean, I was going to say it might be the best work of his career, which is a big statement because him and Edge when they were Edge and Christian were amazing. So I mean, this is definitely I think Christian's best solo work. Um, even though he was really good in TNA as well when he was solo too. But man, he's in his bag right now. This patriarchy role, this Christian Cage dad, and then the Dead Dad Club, and it's amazing. It's one of the best things on AEW at the moment. This feud with Adam Copeland has been fun. Getting to see these guys outside of a WWE arena and WWE situation has been a lot of fun. Seeing them back together again. I hope we get an Edge and Christian tag team run again at some point. I don't know how we get there from here storyline wise, but I hope we get them as a tag team again. And here he comes with this box. I want to know what is in the box. whatever it was, it definitely scared Christian, gave him some anxiety. It looked like. So I can't imagine what's in there. But we are about to hear from Adam Copeland, who is in the ring with a chair in his box. On Dynamite on Wednesday night, during Christian's match, Adam Copeland came out of the crowd with a Conquistadors mask on, which harkens back to them when they were Los Conquistadors before they were Edge and Christian. Um, and he had black eye makeup on, but and I was concerned that that was some sort of weird new look, but it's not there now, so I'm glad that he's Canadian, so he's in his home country. The Ottawa crowd is booing Toronto. I guess it's what I deserve for having a bootleg feed, but my bootleg feed keeps fucking up. All of a sudden, like right in the middle of Adam talking, I got a makeup commercial for like 10 seconds, and then it went back to Adam Copeland. So we're getting the classic Adam Copeland, we were best friend promo. We've seen this promo 3 or 4 times now since he's come back and had this feud with Christian. We've had basically the same kind of promo, but it's okay. I mean, it's still fun and enjoyable. I'm still here for it for the most part. I'm here for the matches, no doubt, 100%. I'm here for the feud. Um, I wish he had something a little bit more original to say in his promo, especially if you're giving him the main event slot of a show for a promo. But okay. Hopefully, maybe we'll see what's in the box. That would be worth it. But if not, then oh well. Nigel McGuinness, the human goiter, per Adam Copeland, taking cheap shots at Nigel. Come on now, Nigel's a national treasure. Not our national treasure, but a national treasure. Let's let me take my one banner down. I got it together to do one banner tonight. Infantry versus House of Black. How about this? Adam Copeland. Speak. There you go. That's what's going on right now. You're just tuning in to the very end of Collision. Adam Copeland has the main event spot. He's got the attention of the crowd in the arena in his home country of Canada, talking shit or talking to Christian. Again, appeasing or trying to, talk about how they were friends before, blah, blah, blah. Christian's out of control and do. Basically the same promo he's been given since the feud started. Spike. Adam Copeland has created something called Spike. Ooh, Spike. All right, so Spike is like a painted 2x4 with nails and spikes coming all out of it, and he is going to use that in their I Quit match against Christian, which is coming up this Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. Tune in for the I Quit match, for the third match, the rubber match. Actually, it's not a rubber match. Christian's one too, between Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. Adam Copeland has a new friend, which he's calling Spike, which is what was in the box. If anyone was curious, it is a 2x4 painted black with a bunch of nails and spikes coming out of the top of it, and he's going to use it in the I Quit match and take out Christian with it. He said Spike is hungry and wants to eat and wants to take a bite out of your bony ass, Christian. I'm surprised we haven't had Christian come out yet at all. Adam's just been talking, running at the lips without any kind of repercussion. Oh, he's done. He's done. Mic drop. It appears we're not going to get. Oh my God! Next week on Dynamite, we get Eddie Kingston versus Okada in a singles match. I am here for that. Let's go, Eddie. So, as Collision goes off the air, Adam Copeland's in the middle of the ring with his 2x4 held high, his black 2x4 spike with nails and spikes coming all out of it. Solid Collision. I'm surprised we didn't see Christian and the Patriarchy, especially being in Canada. Um, solid Collision. I said it a few times tonight. The best match of the show by far. Shibata versus Danielson to open the show. If you're a technical wrestling fan, if you're a mat wrestling fan, if you like catch can wrestling, watch this match. Shibata Danielson, two guys who were told they would never wrestle again, are now in the ring wrestling a dream match. It was on paper. I had high expectations. It exceeded my expectations. It was everything I wanted. So go back and watch that. If you watch nothing else from tonight's Collision, go back and watch that. It was a solid show. Julia Hart, Trish Adora was solid. Daniel Garcia had a solid win. We saw um, the Infantry get a win over the House of Black thanks to Mark Briscoe. I would call this kind of a front of the pack Collision, honestly. I really enjoyed it. The Canadian crowd was into it, and I thought it came off good. I'm not a big fan of promo segments or contract signings or being the main event, but it is what it is. And Adam Copeland closed the show. It's his home country, and him and Christian have a big I Quit match next week. So no more mystery as to what was in the box. He showed us that. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here as you've been listening to me ramble for 2 hours now. I'm starting to get a little hoarse in the voice. I'm not going to go over our schedule just because we do it on every show and I'm here all alone and I'm a little worse for the wear talking here. So I'm just going to get up out of here. Thank you, as always, for joining us on Workhorse Wrestling Network. We know you got a lot of options for your watch alongs. I really appreciate you if you were here with me tonight. And we'll see you next time. Peace.